race volume a little bit. That looks like it. Oh, I've just moved screens. I've moved rooms for the video. It's not fully set up. I was maybe a little bit. All right, we're here for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Waynesville Racing Series double header. We'll start off with the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 division. This is the dirt 358. They are currently in qualifying right now. Let's get some qualifying details up on the screen. Time it looks to be owned currently 12-1-0. Cody B. McDonald 12-1-5. Banner Christmas Standridge in a third there, 12-3. Wayne Bridges, Mikey Mix at 12-3. Sorry, Wayne Bridges. Whoa, Jonathan at Foxworth, B-Main Bandit is 12-3-3. 12-3-8 is Wayne Bridges. Mikey Mixed at 12-3-9. 12-4-1 and 12-4-3. Harris McDonald and Trenton Clark. Robbie Milburn yet to get out there. Track map up, that helps us know if there's anyone out there on the track. Like there is. We're just waiting on Robbie Milburn. Still about 2 minutes of qualifying to go. Stick with us though, because after this tonight we are heading to, I don't know where we're heading actually for the next race, but it will be the Big Block Modifieds. Just finishing my coffee and morning cigarette. Don't smoke, guys. It's bad for you. And once that's done, I may even camera back online. I think it's a little bit higher than it usually is. I don't know if I can get my monitor lower, so we might have to work something out there. We'll see how we go. Times up there. 9 drivers registered. 8 have qualified. John Better, Christopher Sanders, Jonathan Foxworth, Wayne Bridges, Mikey Mixer, Travis McDonald, and Trenton Clark. Wait out, see if Robbie's going to qualify. Robbie, you going to qualify, brother, or what? Oh, no, I don't have my beanie on. My ball spot. All right, while we're waiting for this qualifying to finish up. There actually had it. Looks like Robbie's rolling out on the track. Oh, Josh Axton. Thanks, brother. In your name in quite some time. No, it looks like Robbie might have missed out on qualifying. Yeah, that's sort of it. Sort of will do, sort of will do. Beanie back to a little bit of forehead. There we go. All right, let's get to this race. This is what I'm paid to do. And we are here. Brown, thanks for the like, Tim. Oh, that did come through this time. All right. So in this first heat, Cody B. McDonald, Chris Standridge, Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald, and Robbie Milburn. Oh, let's get that off the screen, eh? Race mode, Bob. Alright, Pace Truck has left the track. We're going to get this one underway. 6 laps. Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. It is modifiers at back. Tapper. Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Sorry guys. Let's get that down a little bit. See if I can get my voice up a little bit. They are very, very tightly packed at that front line there. Gotta get a slightly wider view. Oh, it looks like they might have separated into those lines. Cody B. McDonald, Chris Standridge, Wayne Bridges and Travis McDonald are going to battle it out. Robbie Milburn back there in 5th. That's the coffee dart. Oh, wow. Makes my mug sort of disappear. All right, there we have it. Unofficial results. Cody B. McDonald at 1st, Christopher Standridge 2nd, Wayne Bridges 3rd, Robbie Milburn 4th, and Travis McDonald 5th. Let's get those results on our screen, though. There we have it. Yeah, Cody B. McDonald wins. Christopher Standridge 2nd, Wayne Bridges 3rd, Robbie Milburn 4th, Travis McDonald finished 5th. The next grid here will be John Bennett, Jonathan Foxworth on that front row, Mikey Mixter and Trenton Clark on that second row. Same deal, 6 heats, 6 laps. Is tonight the night? Can Jonathan Foxworth get himself into the interview booth for a chat? He has been trying hard every week and gets up to 3rd place. Can't quite secure that 2nd place finish. Oh, supposedly in 4K. Not being 4K, but alright. Alright, Pace Truck has left. We are off and racing. John Bennett, Jonathan Foxworth, Mikey Mixter, Brandon Clark. 4 cars, 6 laps, heat 2. Wayne's World Racing Series. And mods here at Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. I'm going to call it FAPA again. Help you sit back and watch some racing here, guys, because we are in the thick of it. Looks like it really doesn't want to get off John Bennett, though. He'll come down with a bit of blue. That's some cold weather. But windy, whether or not I've been out in it. Feel very nasally, very headachy. Oh. Slept way too much. Went to bed like 5 o'clock this afternoon and stayed in bed till this morning. Alright, last lap here. Jonathan Foxworth, John Bennett. They are battling it out 1st and 2nd. John Bennett has it. Foxworth, like it. Clark, Mikey, Mixter as we come around and get the checkered flag. Those results up on our screen. All right, John Bennett is our winner. Jonathan Foxworth. I don't know why it keeps swiping around like that. Brendan Clark and Mikey Mixter are the 4 finishing orders there. Now we're going to get to our feature race here. It is going to be how many laps? Oh, it doesn't say. So Cody B. McDonald, John Bennett, these are qualifying orders, of course. Obviously, with the way our point system works, top 5 and points do go to the rear. Kelly McCallan, hey dude, how you going in the Facebook chat there? So as they qualified, Cody B. McDonald, John Bennett, front row, Christopher Standard, Jonathan Foxworth, second row, third row, Wayne Bridges, Trenton Clark, fourth row, Robbie Milburn and Mikey Mixter, Travis McDonald on that fifth row. Looks like Cody B. McDonald has had to go to the rear, so the front row will be Chris Standridge and John Bennett. Foxworth and Wayne Bridges, that second row, Trenton Clark and Travis McDonald, third row, fourth row, Mikey Mixter and Cody B. McDonald, Robbie Milburn on the rear of that field. The page open. So we're off and racing. Laps, Federated Auto Parts Raceway. About to hit lap 6. Let's get down to the action cam, see what is going on the track. Jonathan Foxworth, he's our third place car. He sees our race leader and the second place car battling up in front of him. That is Christopher Standridge and John Bennett. Travis McDonald and Cody B. McDonald brothers behind Jonathan Foxworth in fourth and fifth. Robbie Milburn, Wayne Bridges, Mikey Mixter and Trenton Clark round out that 9-car field. For a great run there. Jonathan Foxworth really sort of trying to settle that third place in. Does not want to get up to the leaders. It really likes Jonathan Foxworth at the moment. Wonder if that's my system's way of saying, look, if he doesn't make it for an interview, at least we got him on the screens a lot. And then jump up here to John and Chris because that battle's starting to heat up a little bit here. All right, lap 15 of 35. This is our first of 2 races for the Wayne's World Racing Series here tonight. 58 Modifieds up first here at Federated Auto Parts and Raceway. A short break in between, and then we'll return with the big block Modifieds. That'll be our 2 modified races. Modified Monday, no mirrors Monday as well. These cars don't have mirrors, so if you're wondering how they're managing, how they're doing what they're doing, then that's part of the excitement. Looks like John Bennett has crash caution has come out. Let's have a quick look at that. Nice broadcast brought to you by Jonathan Foxworth. Well, there we go, Chris, and a little bit wider on that shot. Chris and John coming into contact there. Chris turning John around. John turning Chris around, rather. Third and fifth so close, and sixth coming in. Yeah, Josh, it is it's livening up to be a pretty good race. But John Bennett has oh, Kelly. Oh, with Chris going into the pits, with John taking the OL for the incident. Look who our race leader is right now. It is the B-Main bandit himself, Jonathan Foxworth. I forgot. I was just quickly looking something up on my phone real quick while we're on caution. But we are green and racing again. In the front at all costs, Foxy. That's it. This is your chance, Foxy, to get in the interview booth. I know that has been your driving factor all season. You need to pick a better go up. No. But Cody B. McDonald, Jonathan Foxworth, Cody's brother Travis, he's in third. Let's get a little bit wider. Oh, there's been a crash. Oh, no. Looks like Cody B. McDonald, has the caution not come out? They've kept it going green. Robbie Milburn's moved himself up into the lead there. He's battling Cody B. McDonald now. Wayne Bridges and Travis McDonald came into contact. We just saw that at the back of the screen. Now, just confirm for me, Josh, because, look, I've had people come in and I've gone, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't. It's just they have similar names. But if this is everyone's favourite Baker, I'll say it that way, then, man, thank you for tuning in. I had Shrubs the other day. He's a little bit of a sometimes regular, but it's the Josh I think it is, which I think it's Josh I think it is. Then, dude, thank you, man. It's been a long time. All right, the 28 and the 80 still battling it out with 10 laps to go. Come back to these guys in just a moment. See what else is going on out on the track here. Yeah, excellent. Cheers, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Maybe you can tell me, who's got the better beard, me or Shrubs? I think me. All right, 27 of 35. Not many laps to go in this race, but it is still very, very competitive. John Bennett, Chris Andridge trying to race their way. Jonathan Foxworth race their way back up into that top five where they were for the first half of this race. I mean that far over. Yeah, that's okay. I wonder if I slide it along a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit more centered. All right. Let's 5 to go. Race leader here. You'd almost assume that Robbie Milburn's strategy of not qualifying might have been an actual ploy to try and get that car through the field a bit easier, not to deal with the faster cars. Looks like it has paid off. Let's have a look at this one. This is our latest caution. Chris Standridge, the red and white 22, comes up the track between the 29 and I believe the 77 of Mikey Mixter. But it's the 29, Jonathan Foxworth, that he ultimately comes into contact with, brings out our latest caution. I'm just gonna. Oh no, I have to. Oh, I don't have a hotkey for this one. All right, just gonna while they're rolling around, just gonna quickly. No, I'm not. There's 2 laps to go, and they're literally about to get this away. I did a drink though, really badly. They're drinking. Ooh. Race car has left the track. Lap 33 of 35 underway. 3 laps to go. On Robbie, Travis McDonald, sorry, Cody McDonald, Wayne Bridges. That's the top 3. Look, I don't know. Look, I think we put in just as much effort, I think, into our deep races as a lot of these guys do. You know, those pre-week sort of setups and testing out the different rides and things like that. But yeah, a little bit more professional. I wish we could have done this for our boys. All right, looks like that is the checkered flag. Robbie Milburn is going to be our unofficial race winner. Once those results hit the screen, here they come. Be able to tell you exactly who finished where. Robbie Milburn is our winner. Cody B. McDonald second. Wayne Bridges third. Travis McDonald fourth. John Bennett finished fifth. Mikey Mixter sixth. Seventh, Jonathan Foxworth, Christopher Standridge, and Trenton Clark eighth and ninth. All right, we'll get. We know we'll get an interview with Cody at the least, so we'll get his details up on the screen here. And I'm just going to quickly grab a drink. I'll be back in just one moment. All right. Billy McKellen, great run, Mr. Bridges, and yeah, definitely a great group of guys to race with. Not only call their races, but I've raced with them as well. All right, let's find the Discord. There it is, right there. Let me just, because I've changed computer, changed rooms, I better make sure everything's still the same. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to start off with the second place finisher, Cody B. McDonald. Qualified pole position on the grid because of the top 5 in points. Takes that oh so familiar EOL and is forced to race his way back up through the field. Looks like he brought Travis along for the ride on that top 5 run there, Cody. Federated Auto Parts, usually a pretty racy track. A couple of cautions, but I think that was the race we expected tonight. How did you think you went?
I think it went pretty good. There's just a little bit of bumping and stuff going on. Just hard racing. I got caught up in that wreck. It messed my car up a little bit, but it still felt pretty good. So I didn't go in the pits, and then we started off again, and then about got taken out, and then the last one or whatever, Robbie kind of got it. It might have been my fault coming up, but my spotter told me I was clear, so I was trying to get back to the high side, but wasn't no room given, and it kind of threw me into the wall, and it screwed my car all up. But I'll take a second place.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in this crowd, obviously, anything in the top 5, top 3, I think is it'll win. It's such a fierce field, and the competition is strong. And yeah, I saw a couple of those incidents, yellow flags coming out, where yeah, what you would call racing deals. But it's really hard to sort of go. Should I lift here? Is he gonna like knowing who's gonna? Oh, sorry, my phone started talking to me. Knowing who's going to sort of provide the defensive maneuver can be a bit tricky in those situations. And yeah, we saw a little bit of that play out on the field. But keeping that points run alive, where is it?
What's killing me is I missed the first 2 weeks or whatever. If I had the first 2 weeks, I think I could be up in first now. But Robbie's a really good racer. I like racing with him. But I missed the first 2 races, and that's held me up in the points.
It has. It's coming into tonight, 7 points off of that field. Obviously, Robert's going to pick up 8. You're going to pick up 7. So it's going to drop it to 6 points difference. And with 2 races left, not a lot of room
No.
for any sort of error, let alone, you got to worry about that Travis McDonald fella snipping at your heels, just that 1 point behind as well. And with him finishing in 4th, obviously he's going to keep that points buffer close. So I think while it might not be a race for the 358 championships, it's definitely a race for the most dominant McDonald. So you're still in with a chance of taking out one of those prizes at least. You might have to just get one of the get the in-laws to sabotage his system for you next week at Kern and Lucas Oil, because I think that it's going to be pretty close. Looking at the race today, I think it was you guys. As I say, I feel like he hooked onto the back of you and just came along for the ride. Is that ever a plan? Do you guys ever sort of talk to each other and go, look, we should team up, we should help each other out, or is it just we're on the track, I'm going to beat you?
Yeah, pretty much. We just race. We just race.
That's the way it is. I've got an old dear friend of mine in the Facebook chat who we used to, we're going back a decade or so now. Used to play have Forza nights, racing nights on Friday nights, and he felt that this is a lot more professional than a lot more sort of goes into it than what we were doing back in those days. And it's good that you guys can put on such a show that is sort of universal, in that people that don't even really sort of, that are into road course racing or just racing in general will come along and we'll watch you guys race. So big ups for putting on a good show and never failing to entertain. Now we've got the big blocks up next. That's at Bristol. So that one's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel you're going to go there?
I don't know. Bristol's probably one of my worst tracks. I don't really never race it, so it's going to be a little iffy. But hopefully, I end up doing well, because Travis is right behind me. So if he finishes really good tonight and I don't take any points or get very little, it's going to be very close for the next 2 races. So
Definitely is, and I think, it's good that we can sort of look at this series and go, well, you're racing Robbie, but also, racing for the win and Robbie in the race, but obviously also, just trying to keep your nose a little bit ahead of Travis, and then to come to this division, and it's literally the same sort of deal. Josh Roberts is the only other competitor back there. Oh, Anthony as well, but Anthony, obviously, his timing can conflict.
back
So
and forth, yeah.
so I think that's going to be the key for you there. It's only Travis really that you're going to need to worry about. All right, well, look, I think we've talked about a few of them already, but friends, family, and sponsors, my man, who do you need to give a shout out to for getting you here?
I appreciate you, Bob, for doing the broadcast. It's very entertaining, and appreciate Knuckleheadz for giving a place to race during the week, especially Monday and Tuesdays, because I'm kind of busy the rest of the week in different ones. But yeah, I give a shout out to those, and I will see you hopefully in the big blocks.
Definitely, man. Look, best of luck, and can't wait to have you on the screens again, and hope you do well.
Yep, appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, that was a Travis McDonald. Now, yeah, Chris, I did notice. I wasn't going to call it out, Chris, just because, it's not my place. You don't have to like or comment on my stream broadcast, but you do see what happens when you don't. So just take that life lesson and just consider what you've done, mate. All right, now this man didn't qualify. So he started all the way back with the EOLers anyway because of the points. 6 slots back, got himself up into that lead in that last, I think it was the second last restart, Robbie. Did not look back to take the win here tonight. I said, I feel like I know you a little bit. I definitely know you, but I feel like I know you're racing a little bit is what I should say. And I feel like they're not qualifying. While it may have been a time constraint, I don't think you would have been rushing to qualify, in that you do enjoy starting at the back and sort of working your way through. It sort of helps, keep yourself out of trouble. Was that the plan tonight?
I mean, I'd like to get up front. I mean, ideally, I'd like to start up front and drive away and not have to be around anybody. But honestly, I had some stuff going on. Poor cat got sick, and
Oh no!
had to clean some stuff up. So that's why I was late hopping in here. But anyway, I had the UL anyway, so I'm like, I mean, even if I start up front in the heat, I'll not start in the back anyway.
Yeah.
And and honestly, I just need to say this before you ask anything else. I just need to say sorry, I believe, to the 88, Travis, and
Travis.
Cody, because I think I might have bumped someone else too. I swear to Jesus, man, like when with no mirrors, it just feels like I just don't know how to drive. Like because I got contact low, contact high, and I mic'd up to Travis. I don't know where you're at.
Yeah. No, Travis said the same thing. He felt like he needed to apologise a bit as well because there was a moment there where his spotter said it was clear and he wanted to sort of move up, and I think you guys had a bit of contact there. So now look, I think Wayne sits there and rubs his hands together and laughs maniacally when he puts these series together because no mirrors with a group of competitive guys who given the opportunity will throw a pretty close slider, knowing that they can sort of see what more than they need to be able to see, and because you don't have that in this particular league, it's a lot of the guys it's the same thing week in and week out, and it's not. I don't think it's that's not a complaint. That's a shout out to the boys that week in week out. That if any of those make a mistake, you own it. You sort of it might have been my bad. I'm not used to mirrors, or the track was a little bit loose in this part. Everyone's accountable. Everyone holds themselves accountable for their actions, and I think that's what makes it so much fun to race with. Cody, he calls you out specifically, so he loves racing against you because you're so good at what you do. And it just brings out that extra bit of goodness. And same probably for you. And look, I don't want to speak for you, but probably the same with Cody and
Absolutely,
Travis.
yeah, absolutely.
Bringing out the I've still got Cody's name on the screen. Oh, beautiful name up there. We go. And I think that's what has been the almost the motto for this league in that guys will come in and some guys have have come and gone because of the I-rating cap, and then we're sort of going, let's vet some drivers. They're good drivers. They're not necessarily dickish because they're high license or high I-rating, and it's allowed guys like yourself and Cody, who 6,000 I-rating in a field of 1,000, 1,500 I-ratings. If we didn't know those I ratings for those levels, you wouldn't tell on the track. I think the racing sort of just
Right,
blends
yeah.
it right across. And those guys that are the lower end of the I rating spectrum are getting better on the track because they're racing guys of such great caliber.
Yeah, and I will say this, like, a lot of times, because I mostly race officials and stuff like that, a lot of times I'll just look at I-ratings, I'm like, okay, well, I might not have much of an issue in here, but I'll just go ahead and say it, every single person in here can win. Like, I thought I was going to usually run up front, but golly, none of these guys are slouches. Regardless of I-rating, everyone's pretty quick in here, and that kind of surprised me. And yeah, I love racing with Cody. I try to race him clean. There's some bumping here and there, but it's not intentional. And also another thing on the mirrors, I've never raced a league with no mirrors until this league, so without having the feel of the real car and the mirror as a crutch, sometimes it makes me real uncomfortable, especially going through the field or being in the lead, because I was in the lead trying to look left and right and make sure I wasn't going to run over anyone, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need to just get a line and just stay in it and just see if I drive the best I can.
Yep. Look, and that you did. You got it there in the end. Almost only just 2/10 difference between yourself and Cody. So I think, coming down to the wire there. Now, we do have Bristol up next. We're going to roll out with the big block modifieds, of course, Monday modifieds, the Reigns World Racing Series. Will we see you out there in the big blocks at Bristol? That's a lot of bees.
I wish, because I love Bristol. Bristol's fun.
Mm.
Especially on the new build. I don't know what it is, but it seems like it's so much more racing than it used to be. You can run middle, high, low. It just depends where you can get your car to stick and how much tires you have and all that stuff. But like I said last week, I have a 410. Well, I thought it was a
That's right.
410 league, but apparently it goes super late models, then 410, super late models, 410, and it's super lates last week. So, but it is 410s this week, and it's at Lima Land, and I just hope I don't end up in my lid. So that's my goal for the night.
Well, best of luck with that one, man. And we can't wait to see you back again next week to race out the last few races of the 358 season. Before we let you go, before you go off and show those boys how to do it in a 410, friends, family, and sponsors, who do you want to give a shout out to?
Well, first and foremost, all the guys running this league. I'm not really sure who the owner is, but every time I've been in here, people are nice. People were clean. People were racy. There's no yelling and screaming at each other. It's just a nice, fun environment. You for putting it on. Well, you for broadcasting it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yep. All
And
me, all me, all me. Nah.
yeah, it's the Bob show. And then the boys, they know who they are, and then Cam Kizzy Media. So
Legend, man. Well,
good
look,
times.
absolute pleasure to have you back on the Mud Mules screens on a regular basis. You're showing the boys what the Mud Mules are all about, and I'll take as much credit of that as I can. But it's all you, man. It's all you. Look, hopefully next season we can get the other boys over. They know who they are, and we're looking at them sternly right now. But yeah, look, some people want to race, some people might cherry. No. All right, my man. Look, I'll let you go. Show the boys how it's done, and I'll be asking for results in the chat shortly afterwards.
Thanks, man. Hope you all have a good race and a good show in the Bristol Big Blocks as well. I'll go ahead and check that out after this race.
Thank you, man. Best of luck.
Thanks.
All right, that was Robbie Milburn to wrap up our interviews for today's race. The 358 of Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. In about 20 minutes' time, we'll be live again as we head over to Bristol for the Big Block Modifieds, which is the second half of this double header. Rob Hayter, thanks for the like. Chris, thanks for the like. Let's just quickly check the chat one last time. Yeah, Kelly, you make sure Chris learns that lesson. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the Modifieds to continue this Knuckleheadz iRacing League doubleheader night of racing with the Wayne's World Racing.